Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this short little Zoom meeting that we're doing. And I'm Judy Holt, and I've been involved with Shackley for about 30 years now. It's made a huge difference in my life, my wellness, and also as an income option. And today I have a wonderful guest with me, Laurie Bartley. And I want to give a brief introduction to what the Prove It Challenge is, because Laurie is going to share her story around that. So, the Prove It Challenge is a 30-day wellness plan, and it offers you the opportunity to reset your diet, kickstart your metabolism, and just have a nice detoxification process, as well as starting a new daily wellness plan. So, it just gives you the opportunity to kind of just take a look at doing things maybe a different way and just adjusting your lifestyle a little bit to reach your health goals. So thank you, Laurie, for joining me. And Laurie has shared her experience on the Prove It Challenge program. We call it a challenge, but it's more of a program designed to shift taste buds and habits so you create an environment that fuels your health. The Prove It Pack is a perfect value pack that helps fill the gaps in our daily nutritional needs. And we focus heavily on clean eating. Laurie, thanks for agreeing to share with us. Could you please share how you felt before you took the Prove It Challenge?
Sure. I am an energy healer and a yoga instructor, and I thought that I was feeling pretty darn good, to be honest. My weight was very stable. I felt like I did have some. Sorry, I'm thinking back because I've taken the cleanse now 3 times. So the first time I ever took it and was introduced to Shackley, and the whole reason why, of course, the benefits really struck me so much that I became a distributor was because at that time I had quite a bit of seasonal allergies. And so the itchiness of the eyes, the redness of the eyes, the stuffiness of the nose, all that stuff happened in the springtime quite significantly for me. And I love being outdoors. So when I first took it over a year ago, it was that those were sort of the symptoms that I had really wanted to alleviate. So
Hmm.
thought I was feeling good until after, and I recognized that, how much improvement was received. And suddenly I started recognizing these things that weren't bothering me anymore.
Fantastic. Thank you for
Yeah, that might be a pretty common experience. You think that things are kind of normal until you recognize that, oh, other people don't experience this as sort of a daily habit, right? So,
Yeah, it's a bit of a wake-up call, isn't it? Um, and making changes can be a hard thing to do. Sometimes when we want different results bad enough, we are more willing to make some changes. What did you feel would be the biggest challenge?
um, hmm. Honestly, the system that's put in place was pretty easy. The instructions were easy. I liked the fact that I could eat as much fruits and vegetables and as often as I wished. That's really appealing to me because I've been on other cleanses where it's counting calories, where it's weighing food, where it's measuring things, and a very strict. There was a lot of strictness around the previous ones. So this one, honestly, once I had that information, and I mean, the tools that Shaklee provides, the shopping list and things like that, was just really helpful. It made it organizing and preparing my mental sort of habits, preparing that was quite easy because I knew that I was supported with, for example, the menu plan, with you, for example. You were very helpful as a support to help me, understand which nutrients to take at what time. Um, Anyways, and all the guides were very helpful. So I honestly felt really prepared ahead of time.
That is such an important point, Laurie. Thank you for sharing, because if we're not prepared, then we have a lot, lower chance of being successful with the cleanse. I love that part of the Prove It Challenge is you get to have access to the menu plans in advance and even a shopping list. So you can easily look ahead and plan your meals and know exactly what you need to have on hand to prepare for your meals and even some healthy snacks idea. So good for you for taking the time to prepare in advance. And I'm sure that will set you up for a successful cleanse each time you've done it. Can I just ask you a couple more questions, Laurie?
Sure, of course.
How did you feel during the cleanse, and what were your favorite things about it?
During the cleanse, I felt great. I had a lot more energy. I noticed honestly that my digestion was way better. It was very mm, predictable, you know, as far as I flushed out a lot of toxins. I knew that. I was going to the bathroom quite often, but and I had a lot more water intake as well. So I mean, it makes sense that through this whole cleanse, through eating more vegetables and fruits, which are water based, of course, that I would then also be alleviating more often. But honestly, I felt fresh. I felt revived. I felt my nose and, you know, the congestion that I had was relieved. And also my digestion was much better. I didn't have the gas that I sometimes have when I eat wheat. I noticed afterwards, once I started introducing things back into my diet, which items caused what symptoms or issues. And that was really very helpful too. Part of it is, you know, the whole awareness of what we place into our body and how that affects us was really profound for me.
And that's a great point, Laurie, because often we just don't realize what foods we might have sensitivities to.
Mm-hmm.
We have a really clean body and we reintroduce them.
Mm-hmm.
That makes such a difference.
Yeah.
So how's the cleanse helped you shift some habits like water intake or eating more greens, being more intentional about what you eat, perhaps?
Yes, I would say absolutely, because the first time I took the cleanse was over a year ago, and certainly my diet has changed a lot in that year. Um, Definitely more plant-based. And my body, it doesn't crave sugar the way it used to. You know, I love ice cream. That was sort of my
Mm.
one real treat was ice cream. And my parents always have dessert every night. I mean, that's just the way I grew up. There was always dessert as part of a meal, and I simply choose to not to forgo that. It's not something that appeals to me. It doesn't feel good when I do have a sugary dessert, which I do from time to time, but I really notice it. I find myself more tired the next day. I almost wake up with like a hangover feeling. If I have sugars, I feel this, you know, heaviness in my gut, and it's just not a good feeling. So it's actually helped me understand that, you know, my body doesn't like sugar, so it's really not a treat at all. So
That's
I'll go
awesome.
for a fruit, or, you know, yeah, I'll go for a fruit or some kind of other, you know, vegetable even. Um, Hummus, you know, a nice, beautiful hummus dip with some celery sticks or something is a great, call it dessert for me, right? A nice snack. Yeah.
Well, and that's perfect. I mean, even just some berries or fruit, right, often will take away the sweet craving, and at least
Mhm.
we're making a healthy choice. What
Mhm.
results did you get from taking the cleanse, Laurie? And I think you've already addressed how you felt during the cleanse. Uh,
Mhm.
what results did you get after the cleanse?
The first cleanse I took, I remember I lost about 5 pounds. And what surprised me was the inches, because like I said, I'm a yoga instructor. I'm very fit. I'm lean to start with. So I was surprised, honestly, that in that 7 days, it was only 7 days of the cleanse week, that I noticed I lost inches around my hips, my thighs, my abdomen. So, and the other thing that I really noticed that really appealed to me, of course, was that I strengthened the toning. I could see that the muscle tone was better, although I lost the inches. So it was very visual, and it was very, what's the word? Um, Evident. It was very evident that it was fat loss, not muscle loss at all,
Mm,
right? Because of the toning. It was really, I was really quite surprised, and happily.
yeah, I guess that's
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic. Good for you. There are lots of ways we can try to get our health back on track, but I really love the balanced approach that the Prove It Challenge offers. What advice would you give to anyone that's sitting on the fence about taking the Prove It Challenge?
Just do it. Just do it. You know, there are those times where in my life I've just leaned into something and have just loved it and said, oh my gosh, that was a great decision. So just do it. The thing about Shackley too is there is 100% money back guarantee. So the worst thing that can happen is that you've eaten fruits and vegetables and you've helped your body along, right? For me, it was simple, it's effective, and it made me feel incredible. So why wouldn't I ask others to join? It's truly was very helpful. The shakes are so easy, and that's now part of my daily routine. I love being able to, just add a shake as a meal replacement or just a healthful addition to my other menu items. So
Awesome. Great
do
to
it.
hear.
Fence,
Yeah,
wet fence. Get off the
yeah,
fence.
just do it.
Yeah.
Preparation certainly is key. If this resonates with anyone listening, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to support you and share our Prove It Challenge success tips with you. So, Laurie, the results you received were not achieved by sitting on the couch. You definitely planned and made yourself a priority. This isn't for everyone, but for anyone that is ready to go, don't overthink it. Let's do this together. Thanks for listening.
That's right. And we're all here to help.
Thank you, Laurie.
Thank you.